also the participants so that they would be able to glean the information from this activity and share what we have learned in the spirit of your generosity. Lord, we bring you our prayers, our commitment, our gifts to you this day. Let us who have a keen dedication and awareness of your creation have courage and conviction that we are able to contribute to the sustainability of the earth. Inspire us as we make choices so that we will recognize the impact our lives have on our environment and our human family around the globe. Pour out your blessings upon us today, Lord. May each of our actions reveal our awareness that we are partners with you in the creation and sustainability of this earth that you have given to us to appreciate and enjoy. We ask this in the name of your Son. Amen.
Good morning po ulit sa ating more than 130 participants. As mentioned earlier po, this webinar will hopefully help us develop wise saving and responsible banking habits. To formally start our session for today, we would like to call the Assistant Director of the Consumer Policy and Advocacy Bureau, Attorney Cheryl G. Carbonell. Good morning po, Che.
Good morning, Maan, and good morning to all our participants here in Zoom and also in Facebook Live and in the DTI YouTube channel. So we are in the 162nd Consumer Care webinar series and still in support or in pursuit of our celebration of the World Consumer Rights Day, which is themed Fair Digital Finance. So we have now with us from the PDIC to talk about, going back to the basic, being a wise saver, basic banking, and financial transactions. PDIC plays a very important role in the financial stability of the country. So kumbaga, it gives us the trust in the financial system, knowing that kung sakali mang may mangyari doon sa banko, kung saan ako nagdeposito, I know that my deposit is insured with PDIC. And so we thank Mr. Jerry Franco, the info officer of PDIC, who will be giving us the talk for today. And siguro ang isa sa mga pinaka-importante that I would like to highlight at sana maging takeaway din natin is that ano ba yung maximum deposit insurance, and how does that work kung halimbawa meron akong account na joint or kaya ako lang, and paano ko ba yon makukuha kung sakaling magka-problema yung bangko kung saan ako nagde-deposito. So yon, and we hope that through the webinar series that we've been doing for this month, we have given you the tools and we have also imparted you knowledge about financial inclusion and financial literacy. And so this morning I now turn again over the floor to Mean to continue the series. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Thank you po, Attorney Che. As mentioned po by Attorney Che, joining us this morning is from the Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation, or PDIC. After speaker's presentation po, we will then proceed with the question and answer portion. Our speaker for today is a graduate of Marketing Management from the De La Salle University. He has held various positions in insurance, corporate communications, and stakeholder relations, international liaison, and marketing of foreclosed assets for disposal. He is also a member of the PDIC Secretariat for the International Association of Deposit Insurers, an international organization of deposit insurers based in Switzerland. As Information Officer of the Institutional Relations Department, Mr. Franco leads the development, organization, and implementation of the Be a Wise Saver campaign. He also identifies and strengthens stakeholder linkages with government agencies and other partner institutions, bank groups, business groups, the academe, and local government units. He also assists in PDIC's consumer protection and education initiatives. Our speaker for today is Mr. Jerry C. Franco. Good morning po, Sir Jerry. The floor is now yours.
Yes, hello. Good morning to everyone.
Morning po.
Good morning to everyone. And before anything else, we'd like to, on behalf of PDIC, we'd like to thank the DTI for having us and for giving us this opportunity to share with everyone PDIC's financial literacy campaign for wise saving and responsible banking. Now, to set the tone for our presentation, we'd like to show you a video of the PDIC Seal of Protection.
An economy prospers when its financial system is strong and sound. As major players in the financial system, banks act not only as custodians, but as chief mobilizers of the country's financial resources necessary for development. Banks provide financial services to corporations, organizations, businesses, communities,
Sir Jerry, sorry po, I think...
Yes, there's no video, right?
Yes,
we're
po.
just hearing the audio. Okay.
Depositors' money through the deposit insurance provided by the Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation, or PDIC. Economy prospers when its financial system is strong and sound. As major players in the financial system, banks act not only as custodians, but as chief mobilizers of the country's financial resources necessary for development. Banks provide financial services to corporations, organizations, businesses, communities, as well as individuals. This is probably why banking is considered the backbone of an economy. Generally, Filipinos are prudent in managing their financial resources. And being prudent means careful handling of finances, such as saving in banks. All banks in the Philippines ensure the safety of their depositors' money through the deposit insurance provided by the Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation, or PDIC. What then is PDIC and how did it come to be? In 1963, Republic Act 3591 established the PDIC as a government instrumentality mandated to ensure deposits in all banks operating in the Philippines. The Philippines is a pioneer in deposit insurance. It was the 5th country in the world and 2nd in Asia to set up a deposit insurance system. The corporation exists to protect and safeguard the interests of the depositing public through deposit insurance coverage. And because all banks licensed to operate by the central bank are members of the PDIC, the guaranteed safety in deposits increases public trust in banks, which contributes to keeping the financial system stable. For more than 5 decades, PDIC has achieved significant accomplishments. In 1992, PDIC took on the consequential role of statutory receiver and liquidator of closed banks through a key legislative amendment, thereby strengthening the deposit insurance system. In 2002, PDIC became a founding member of the International Association of Deposit Insurers, or IADI, a standard-setting organization that aims to enhance the effectiveness of deposit insurance systems by promoting guidance and international cooperation. On its golden anniversary in 2013, the corporation received the Deposit Insurance Organization of the Year award from IADI for significant achievements in operations, systems, and compliance with global benchmarks. In 2016, the corporation's authorities for depositor protection were enhanced through legislative amendments, allowing depositors quicker access to their insured deposits. These amendments also hasten the liquidation of closed banks for the benefit of creditors and imposed stiffer sanctions and penalties against bank officials and employees who commit fraud, irregularities, and anomalies. Since 2014, PDIC has also been consistently recognized as a champion of governance. How can you be sure your bank is a member of the PDIC? Look for the seal of protection. Find it at the doorway, inside the premises, and flashed on ATM screens whenever you transact. What are PDIC's mandates? PDIC is the deposit insurer and liquidator of closed banks. As deposit insurer, PDIC settles deposit insurance claims of depositors in banks ordered closed by the Monetary Board. It also manages risks to the banking system through insurance risk evaluation, enforcement of regulatory issuances, and investigation of bank anomalies, fraud, and irregularities. As liquidator of closed banks, PDIC takes over a closed bank and administers its assets and liabilities. It also collects loan payments from borrowers and engages in asset disposal to gather liquidation proceeds that will be used to settle claims of uninsured depositors and creditors. As a financial safety net, PDIC is an active member of the Financial Sector Forum and the Financial Stability Coordination Council. The FSF and the FSCC are in place to promote public confidence and financial stability. The banking system drives the engine of economic growth by providing financial services to businesses and individuals. Because of this, public trust in banks is paramount. The deposit insurance provided by PDIC helps build depositor confidence in banks and contributes to the stability of the banking system. It also nurtures a financially literate and responsible citizenry that sustains development and promotes inclusive growth in the Philippines. As a professional, committed, and responsive public service institution, the corporation exists to help ensure depositor protection and promote financial stability for the nation. PDIC, the seal of protection, your seal of assurance. Dahil sa PDIC, bank deposit mo, protektado.
So in a nutshell, PDIC stands for the Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation. We are a government financial institution that was created in 1963 to protect depositors and to help promote financial stability in the banking system. We have two core mandates. Number one, as deposit insurer, we provide a maximum deposit insurance coverage to all deposit accounts up to 500,000 per depositor per bank. And as liquidator, we liquidate all of the bank's assets closed by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So we'd like to underscore that PDIC does not order a bank closure. It is the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Dahil madalas po, whenever there is a closure, PDIC po ang nadadatnan ng mga depositors sa bangko. So most of the time, laging kami ang pinagkakamalang nagpasara ng bangko. So we'd like to reiterate, hindi po kami ang nagpapasara ng bangko. It is the Monetary Board of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Next slide, please. Now, in terms of the promotion of depositor protection, we have our standees and decals and our new seal and insurance statement. Yung pong PDIC signages na nakikita natin sa mga ATM machine, sa doors ng mga bangko, dun sa teller's window at dun sa new accounts table, yan po yung mga information on PDIC insurance na madali nating makita kung tayo ay nakikipag-transact sa bangko. Now, in terms of our new seal, ito po nakikita ninyo para po siyang susi, no? It's a key. It's not unlike the other government logos na bilog lang, and then you can see the Philippine flag, 'di ba, yung stars and the sun. So when we had our rebranding a couple of years ago, inisip namin that we wanted to have a different seal, no? Something that's new, something that's relevant, something that's memorable, and something that's simple, yung madaling matandaan. And of course, yung susi, no? Dahil seal of protection, ito rin yung key para po tayo matuto at para po ma-reimburse, no, yung ating mga deposito sa nagsarang bangko. And meron din kaming bagong insurance statement, ito pong bank deposit mo protektado. Dati po wala yan. It's only the deposits are insured by PDIC up to 500,000 per depositor. With this two, the new seal and the insurance statement, we now are communicating to our stakeholders of a strengthened and better depositor protection. No? Now, our financial literacy program has two components. Number one is about wise saving, and the second is about responsible banking. No? So to start with our wise saving component, we'd like to show again another video on the corporate social responsibility. Ito po yung video na makikita natin kung paano nag-evolve yung aming financial literacy campaign.
According to a recent survey by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, 5 out of every 10 Filipino adults have savings. Only half of funds. Inflation has set aside some funds that can be used for emergencies or future needs. But out of the 5 Filipino adults with savings, only 1 saves their money in banks. This is a great concern. Most of those who save keep them at home, which puts their money at risk from loss or theft. The top 3 reasons based on the survey were: they don't have enough money, they have no need for a savings account, they don't have the basic requirements like an ID to open a bank account. Given its thrust to promote depositor protection and financial stability, the Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation, or PDIC, is advocating Filipinos to save in banks. When we save, we secure our future. But when we save in banks, we secure our hard-earned savings. Dahil sa PDIC, bank deposit mo, protektado. PDIC is engaging the support of more institutional partners and its own employees to encourage every Filipino to develop the habit of saving, to save regularly and consistently, no matter the amount, and to save, especially in banks. PDIC actively seeks partnerships and collaboration towards this cause by increasing the number of advocates to empower every Filipino through financial literacy. We need all the help we can get to rally behind this advocacy, to know the value of saving, learn how to do it, and empower everyone with knowledge about wise saving and responsible banking. How will this advocacy change our lives and benefit every Filipino? Financial literacy is key. PDIC believes that every Filipino should save to be better prepared in handling life's uncertainties. Financial education is the first component of this advocacy. By this, we mean equipping and empowering individuals with knowledge about wise saving and responsible banking. It also addresses the reasons behind why people do not save and keep their money in banks. The second component is the promotion of and support for financial inclusion. We will work with partner institutions that can help in facilitating access to financial services for those who participated in our financial education activities to enable them to apply their knowledge on wise saving and responsible banking. It provides an institutional approach in addressing the problem of not being able to save. With all these, we are teaching the value of saving as means to prepare for life's uncertainties. For those already saving, we are advocating the importance of putting their money in banks for the safety of their savings. And for those saving in banks, we are promoting responsible banking habits and understanding the concept of deposit insurance to equip our public to make informed financial decisions. For other institutions and organizations, will you and your team take on the challenge? You can be a partner to support PDIC's advocacy on financial literacy by extending assistance in the development of financial education, providing PDIC venues and platforms for its advocacy activities, collaborating with PDIC to promote financial education and inclusion, working towards integrating financial literacy into development plans and programs. Join us in PDIC in empowering every Filipino through financial literacy to become wise savers, to be more prepared when faced with the crisis, and to have a more secure future together.
All right. All right, so let's now go to the saving component of our financial literacy campaign. Based on the DTI pre-test survey that we conducted a few days ago, sabi ng mga participants, kayo yon, na 32 said yes, majority. So lahat po tayo ay naniniwala that saving is important. However, before we can even do the act of saving, we need to know and understand the meaning, the importance of saving, its value, and how it will impact our lives in the future. All right? So according to experts, some of the meaning of savings are saving without an S. Number 1, income not spent. Number 2, from the decision to defer consumption and store unspent money in some form of asset. Number 3, income minus consumption. And number 4, the preservation of money for future needs. No? If you saw the video, sabi doon na only 5 out of 10 Filipinos have saving. Of the 5, only 1 has a deposit in a bank. And 52.8 million Filipinos don't have bank accounts. So in other words, malaki-laki pa yung aming tatahakin in terms of bringing this financial literacy advocacy to everyone here in the Philippines. No? And according to another survey from the BSP, ano ba yung main reasons why people save? No? So alam na natin yung meaning ng saving. Ngayon, alamin natin bakit ba tayo nagsisave. So according to a survey, here are the 3 main reasons. Number 1, prepare and secure your future. Number 2, pay for your needs now. And number 3, saving serves as a safety net for emergencies. Next, according to another survey, why can't Filipinos save? Ito yung 5 reasons why Filipinos are not able to save. Number 1, not enough salary. Ibig sabihin, maliit yung sweldo natin. Number 2, too many expenses. Number 3, do not know when to start. Number 4, do not know how to start. And the last, too many requirements in opening a bank account. All right? So yan po ang mga reasons kung bakit po tayo nakakapag-save at kung bakit po hindi rin tayo nakakapag-save. So now, I'd like to ask everyone, what is your personal definition of saving? You can write your answers in the chat box. I'll give you 15 seconds. What is your personal definition of saving?